Explore My World, Honeybees by Jill Esbaum. Look, a honeybee. Buzzing through a warm afternoon, a little worker bee dips into colorful flowers again and again and again. A honeybee visits hundreds of flowers a day, tasting each one with its feet. From each flower, she collects a sweet liquid called nectar. She sips the runny nectar through her straw-like tongue and stores it in a special just for honey tummy. Flower pollen dusts the bee like fluffy golden snow. See all the pollen? Every once in a while, she stops, rolls the pollen into balls, and stuffs these into tiny sacks on her back legs. Honey, I'm home. When the bee is so heavy with nectar and pollen, she can barely fly. She heads home to the hive. Thousands of other workers are arriving home too. Inside the hive, the air hums with excitement. Bees bustle to and fro. The whole colony works together for its queen. As long as she is safe and healthy, so is the hive. Worker bees bring her food and carry out her waste. They fan their wings to keep the hive cool. One of the most important jobs in the hive is caring for the queen's many eggs. This is a honeybee egg. Through spring and summer, she lays up to 2,000 eggs per day. She wiggles her abdomen down into a honeycomb and drops each egg into its own six-walled cell. An egg's shell melts away, and hello, larva. The chubby baby looks nothing like a bee yet. See the larva? For 3 days, the larva is fed a milky mush called royal jelly. Then it is switched to a honey pollen mixture called bee bread. And this says each larva weaves a cocoon. Inside, its body keeps growing and changing. Crawl. Finally, a honeybee chews open its cocoon and climbs out of its cozy cell. Ta-da! Honeybees keep their hive clean and neat. So the new bee's first job is to clean her room. And this guy's a beekeeper. Hives can be found in unusual places. Many honeybees live in human-made hives. A beekeeper opens a hive to remove part of the sticky golden honey. Yum! Bye-bye, Buzzy. Hope you find a lot of lovely flowers. There is plenty of work to do in a honey bee hive. Every worker does each of these jobs in order, moving from one to the next every few days during her 6 weeks of life. Number 1, clean out cells. Number 2, feed the queen and larvae. 3, build and repair honeycombs. 4, make honey from nectar. 5, guard the hive entrance. 6, fly out to collect nectar. Bees make honey from flower nectar. They store it in the topmost cells of their honeycomb. They eat both honey and pollen. In one day, a worker bee brings home enough nectar to make only a tiny bit of honey. But a hive might have 50,000 or more bees. Working together, they can make as much as 2 pounds of honey per day. That's enough honey to fill 2 canning jars. 1, 2. When bees fly from flower to flower, tiny grains of pollen stick to their feet, then get dropped off on another flower. That's called pollination, and it's what helps flowers make more flowers. Bees pollinate many food crops too. Without bees, we couldn't enjoy things like apples, blueberries, cherries, cucumbers, strawberries, or melons. Bees are important to many ecosystems. You can help them by planting nectar-rich flowers like daisies and marigolds, and blue flowers like salvia. Bees seem to like the color blue. You might also plant any of the fruits or berries mentioned above, as well as broccoli, pumpkins, and tomatoes. The